I've never seen such discipline in a female prisoner. Everyone else is chatting and bragging. She's the only one who's working out like a madman. She spends all her free time exercising. Even when it's raining hard, she keeps running. Even the guards are impressed. And the reason why the woman works so hard, because she wanted revenge. The woman's name is Ruth. She has a husband who loves her. 6 months ago, he bought a yacht. The two of them went on a cruise together. But when she woke up, she found herself covered in blood. She called out to her husband, but he didn't answer. Ruth got up to look for him, but all she saw was blood on the floor. Her husband was nowhere to be found. There was a knife on the deck. She had just stooped to pick it up. The Coast Guard was on its way. She and her husband were the only ones on board. Ruth was taken to the police station as a murderer. She got a lawyer to defend her, but the lawyer said her husband had a high insurance policy, and the police had a recording of her husband calling the police. There's no mention of the murderer, but everything points to Ruth killing her husband. Before she went to prison, she left her son in the care of her best friend. She gave her money for child support. Soon after, her phone number went dead. It took her a while to get a new number, so she called her and asked her what she meant, but she tried to get out of it. Ruth asked to speak to her son, but then her son suddenly called out for his father. It turned out that Ruth's husband wasn't dead. When he realized it was Ruth, he hung up. Ruth understood everything in a flash. They not only cheated the insurance money, they took away her only son, and she became their scapegoat. After that, Ruth was in a state of shock every day. A fellow inmate who was a lawyer told her, the law doesn't convict twice for the same crime. That means that even if Ruth did kill her husband, she wouldn't be sentenced again. Ruth came to her senses. She spent the next few days working out like a madwoman, in order to go back and take revenge on her husband one day. At the same time, she actively participated in labor reform. She did all the dirty work. 8 years passed. Ruth was granted parole for her good behavior. Now her first task was to find out where they were hiding. So she went to the school where her best friend worked. The headmaster wouldn't give her any information. At night, Ruth returns to the school. She sneaks into the file room to find out what she knows about her best friend. But no sooner had she got the information than she was spotted by a policeman on patrol nearby. Ruth rushed to escape through the window. After a fierce chase, she was finally caught by the police for committing another offense while on parole. The sheriff was going to send her back to jail. Ruth said she was innocent, but the sheriff didn't believe her, because that's what every prisoner says. On the way, he leaned Ruth against the car. He was going to get a cup of coffee. He forgot to take the keys out of the car, and that gave Ruth a chance to escape. The woman was leaning against the car. She saw a hose. She had an idea.